I love the way you take it slow. You make this light inside me glow.
What are you thinking now? Tell me about yourself. If you believe in love, I don't want nothing else. I don't want nothing else. Don't deny it. Why don't we try it? Don't say we're gonna leave it all behind. I know you want me. This could be something. I hope you feel it too. Oh, let this be over. Want you to stay. You let me closer, baby. Give me everything. What are you thinking now? Tell me about yourself. If you believe in love, I don't want nothing else. What are you thinking now? Tell me about yourself. If you believe in love, I don't want nothing else. 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 I'm here by your side, and you look in my eyes, and I think you're the one, 'cause I'm so hypnotized, yeah. You're here in the morning, but it's all in my head. I don't want this to end, to end. Oh, let this be over. Want you to stay. You let me closer, baby. Give me everything. What are you thinking now?
come fits me with lies. It's all so crazy. Everybody wanna be famous. There's so much life through these walls. My mind has been through it all. I don't wanna care no more. I don't wanna care no more. I wish I was somebody else. I'm tired of that. I don't like myself. I could die in my sleep. Don't cry my friends. There's no such thing as that. Colors in the skies, you'll be alright. Is the biggest dumbest lie. No such thing as hell. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Yeah, there's no fairy tale. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. No hell, no hell. There's no fairy tale. No hell, no hell. There's no fairy tale.
Yeah, you know that beats.
Trying to find the reasons you won't find her pretty. 'Cause I am insecure. My looks been needing more. And I try to find the reasons that you will stay with me. 'Cause I am insecure. somebody you run to? Are you just with me? 'Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you run to? Wanna be the one you wanted more. Wanna be the one that you adore. Do you see a long road with me? Do you only see me as a body? Trying to make you close the door. Give me everything I'm waiting for. Let me know the things you love about me. Love me like I'm more than just a body. Are you just with me? 'Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you want to? Are you just with me? 'Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you want to? Trying to find the reasons you won't find her pretty. 'Cause I am insecure. My looks been needing more. And I try to find the reasons that you would stay with me. 'Cause I am insecure. I'm not an intellectual. Are you just with me? 'Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you run to? Are you just with me? 'Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you run to? Wanna be the one you wanted more. Wanna be the one that you adore. Do you see a long road with me? Do you only see me as a body? Trying to make you close the door. Give me everything I'm waiting for. Let me know the things you love about me. Love me like I'm more than just a body. Are you just with me? 'Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you want to? Are you just with me? 'Cause you need a body. Am I somebody to you? Can I be somebody you want to? I walk through walls till my every bone felt the damage. And I knocked on doors till my hands grew brittle and bruised. Let every scar break my heart till I learned to bend it. Yeah, it hurt me in the moment, but now if I'm being honest, I'm proud of these eyes, cause they see me through some hardship. Proud of those nights when I didn't think I'd make it. Ooh, even when they feel heavy, I'm proud of every part of me. Proud of these lungs for the way they kept me breathing. Proud of how my feet kept me running in the deep end. Ooh, even when they feel heavy, I'm proud of every part of me. I shut my mouth till I lost my voice in the silence. And I bent my back till I learned how to carry the weight. Put my body and mind on a trial till it found alignment. Still remember how the pain felt, but I never wanna change it. Cause I'm proud of these eyes, cause they see me through some hardship. Proud of those nights when I didn't think I'd make it. Ooh, even when they feel heavy, I'm proud of every part of me. Proud of these lungs for the way they kept me breathing. Proud of how my feet kept me running in the deep end. Ooh, even when they feel heavy, I'm proud of every part of me. I'm proud, proud of every part of me. I'm proud, so proud, proud of every part of me. Proud of these eyes, cause they see me through some hardship. Proud of those nights when they didn't think I'd make it. Ooh, even when they feel heavy, I'm proud of every part of me. Proud of these lungs for the way they kept me breathing. Proud of how my feet kept me running in the deep end. Ooh, even when they feel heavy, I'm proud of every part of me. I'm proud, proud of every part of me. I'm proud, so proud, proud of every part of me.
We used to have each other's playlists. No, no. Used to be each other's best friends. Yeah. And now we go our separate pathways, but your heart's still in mine. Yeah. And maybe we could try it next week again. But I don't wanna think we're toxic, but who cares? You said that we're over, hands under covers alone this time. But everything I see still reminds me of you. Back of all your things, the memories of when I kissed you. Remember when we used to say to each other, we belong together, me and you forever. Tell me where you've been, yeah, since our break. I'm sorry that I blamed ya for things you can't control. I've been in a daze. I left my heart out to you so you could see me through. Though you still deserve better, you stick with me.
I've been waiting, but every time I think about you, baby, don't wanna take it slow. can't we just take control? We're overcomplicating how love flows. Hollow shouldn't be this stock broke, shouldn't be this hard to tell you I want more. I wanna see that you want me